Welcome everybody to a review of the film Walking the Edge from 1985. Now this is part of the Fun City Editions releases that are sold via Radiance Films. So these Fun City Editions are basically their third party distributor. So yeah, they sell them on via those. And yeah, though to be honest, I think these are Vinegar Syndrome releases, but looking by the all the copyright and stuff that's on the back, I swear it says Vinegar Syndrome somewhere. Let's have a look. Yeah, Vinegar Syndrome artists restored in the USA. So yeah, it's technically a Vinegar Syndrome release, but because obviously Vinegar Syndrome is a US distributor, and they're a lot harder and a lot more expensive to get your hands on. Yeah, it's a lot. It's nice that there's a UK distributor that is able to sell them as well. So yeah, this is directed by Norbert Meisel, who I've not seen anything else from before, but to be honest, he doesn't have much of a filmography outside of this. This is definitely his most well-known effort. And it's a mix of crime and action. And it's clocks in at 94 minutes long. Stars Robert Forster, who's in the likes of Jackie Brown, The Wolf of Snow Hollow, Alligator and Vigilante. Those last two are also from the 80s. And yeah, really rather good efforts as well. And yeah, it also stars Nancy Kwan, who I've only seen in The Wrecking Crew, which is one of the Dean Martin, Matt Helm films. One of 4 of those films. But she was in more films than that. She was certainly one of the influential Asian actors to break through into Hollywood and give Asian people more of a representation on the screen. So that's a very noteworthy thing. And yeah, it also stars Joe Spinell, who is in the likes of Sorcerer, Cruising, The Ninth Configuration, and the Seven Ups. And yeah, it's about a Los Angeles taxi driver who helps a distraught woman on the run from gangsters after they murder her husband and young son. And obviously she's witness to this, and they certainly don't want her alive, given she's a witness. So, yeah, and this is an effective enough mix of its genres that gets by on the strength of its cast, the interactions between the 2 lead characters, and the solid spurts of violence. The score is also great. The seedy side of LA is well used. It's certainly not in any tourist hotspot in this film. The pacing is on point, it has good tension, and it is generally engrossing. Sure, there isn't much in the way of surprises in store on this, and the supporting characters are rather wafer thin, but I'm far from hating my time with this. And yeah, you get a fair few bits to go on with this, because not only does it have a new 4K restoration from its 35mm original camera negative, meaning that this looks absolutely really rather good for something that is quite low budget. But it also has Scoring the Edge, a new video interview with composer Jay Chataway. Like I said, the score is rather great, so I'm sure that is going to be a really rather interesting little snippet. You've also got Detective Jurgensen remembers Foster and Spinell, a new video interview with French Connection cop Randy Jurgensen. You've also got Breaking Point, a new video essay by filmmaker Chris O'Neill, theatrical trailer and image gallery, and you also get a couple of physical extras to go along with this as well. So yeah, there's a printed disc, which again is really nicely done. Also get the slipcover, which again, nice finish on that, and you also get this on the reverse as well. So yeah, they drove him to the edge, and on the edge there are no rules. And yeah, you also get a booklet to go with it as well. So with the same kind of artwork on the front, and then a victim on the rear end there. And yeah, in the booklet itself, you've got the 25-year second act, Robert Forster and Walking the Edge by Jim Hemphill. And there's Robert Forster himself. Now, you could probably see this as a kind of a different take on the whole kind of taxi driver aspect. Taxi driver getting mixed up in crime. But yeah, Robert Forster is definitely a more likeable character than Robert De Niro in Taxi Driver, quite frankly. And yeah, you also get cast and crew and the original poster there as well. So yeah, overall a really, really solid release. It's nice to see that these are getting the physical release in the UK, because like I said, Vinegar Syndrome are a lot harder to get a hold of in the UK, and definitely are more expensive to get over here in the UK. Not that I don't get any from them. I got Caruso, the Beast of the Amazon, or Kuruko, or however you say that name, and I have a few more of theirs on the way as well. I think it's the Cat Creeps and a Mexican Gothic horror box set. So yeah, got a couple more from them coming, but it is nice to have them a lot cheaper and a lot more accessible here in the UK. And yeah, at the end of the day, they seem to have a lot of special features still on them. They're still, restored in 4K. They're not done on the cheap or anything like that. And yeah, that is really rather nice to see. And it's a solid film, although not a standout outside of the Fun City editions, because, you know, I certainly preferred the likes of Married to the Mob and Cutter's Way over this. But still, it's 3 out of 3, and yeah, that's no bad thing. So yeah, if you've seen this film already, I'd like to hear your thoughts on it. But nonetheless, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.